Over the past several months, I have spoken to you about a number of issues, but never have I spoken to you about an issue that has caused more angst in the American soul than race. It is difficult for Americans, white Americans, to come to terms with our history. From the time when first Europeans arrived in the Western Hemisphere, the history has been one of violence and racism. There's no way to avoid it. Whether one looks at the history of genocide against Native Americans, the crime of slavery, and Jim Crow that followed, the reality is America has been marred by racism. And today, it continues. It is stunning to me that in 2014, it is dangerous to be a black man in America. Now, regardless of how you might feel regarding the decisions made by grand juries in New York and in Ferguson, the reality is that we are still dealing with racism in America. It is a difficulty that this nation must deal with, we must solve. Those of us in UUP are educators, we are healers, doctors, researchers. We touch the future. We make the future in our everyday lives, in our work with students and with patients. Today we have an unbelievable opportunity, a unique opportunity to make a difference. When I watch the news and see the protests about what happened in New York City, I see a lot of young faces there. Young people who want to change their nation, but young people who are going to turn to us in SUNY, in UUP, for guidance, for direction. They may come to us with anger, with despair, but also with hope. Regardless of the emotions they bring to us, we must be prepared to guide them, to teach them, to listen to them, to walk with them, because what they want is a better world, and I dare say that's what we all want. As a nation, we cannot have any more Fergusons. We cannot have any more New York City acts of violence against those of color. It's going to be difficult to get through. It's going to be difficult to change our nation in this way. But I think back to a night in 1968 when Robert Kennedy spoke in Indianapolis, and his words had such an impact on the people there. There was no rioting in Indianapolis, and this was the night Martin King was assassinated. Robert Kennedy's words were about bringing the nation together and about the need for all of us to turn to those who are wounded and suffering, to bind up those wounds and to move forward into a better future. That's my challenge to all of us. I will look for every opportunity I have to make a difference in this struggle. I hope you join me and all of our students, the future of this nation, so that we can make it better for all of us. Thank you.